Hey guys, how's it going? Brad here, and we're playing The Division 2, this time Warlords of New York. I'm just about to head to New York now. I won't be able to come back to DC until I finish the story campaign. So I thought I would start recording these again. I'm going to skip the prequel quests. There's 2 prequel missions that are associated with this to give you a little bit of information. But Warlords of New York has a ton of content, so I'm going to jump right in.
The Division have suffered heavy casualties at City Hall. We believe it was a targeted strike. Isaac has identified an unknown biological compound. It's fast-acting and lethal. We've never seen anything like it before. New York has requested support from agents all over the East Coast. We need to help them. Fela will be our point of contact.
This is Cardinal 1. Requesting clearance to land. Cardinal 1 to base, I repeat. Requesting clearance to land.
Agent Lau, we need to set this bird down. We clear? Lau, do you copy? Fuck, we need to get down there.
Excellent. So that wasn't me skipping, that just, it happens. I don't know, it's some bug in the cinematic trailer.
Nearby echo detected.
Move! Get to cover! Follow me. We've got to get up there.
I should disable that tutorial. I'm gonna hit Z next time.
Take out that hostile!
You can't hide in there forever, Division. Your friends need you out here.
Let's put it right here.
They flanked me!
I forgot that everything is like higher level now. Damn it, I'm really bad at sniper rifle now. It's been a while since I used the sniper rifle in general.
Gotta move! Don't have a shot!
Serious trauma detected.
Kelso, get inside City Hall and secure the wounded. I'll send help as soon as I can.
Agent, we can climb in through the roof. Follow me.
Open the door.
Entering contaminated area.
Fuck, this is bad. Isaac's readings are off the charts. Sweep the building and keep an eye out for survivors.
So everything goes from current item levels, which mine is for 505. It goes from 505 to level 30. So all the gear you'll see in the game now, instead of an item level, it'll be a level until I'm max level.
We need to get down there. Come on! Lau, we've reached City Hall. I'm with the survivors.
The Haven settlement is sending medics. Make sure the area is secure before they arrive.
Shit. That's gotta be Rikers coming in through the basement. Agent, cover us while I get these people out.
For sure.
I can barely breathe in this thing. Dragoff said you want to live? Keep your fucking mask on. Keep your mask on.
Agent, this is Lau. There's a surveillance system in the basement. We need to find out who is responsible for the attack. See if you can recover the tapes.
So this red mist you're seeing right in front of me, that's the new chemical that they've used, and apparently it's even more lethal than the dollar flu.
Active server detected.
And even I don't have protection from it, so if I go into a cloud of it, it does tons of damage to me. So I have to avoid it.
Running facial recognition analysis. Analysis complete. Javier, Kajika, James, Dragoff, Theo, Parnell, Vivian, Conley. Status, Rogue. Analysis complete. Aaron Keener. Status, Rogue.
After Coney Island, we knew Keener was working on some kind of virus, but I didn't think he could weaponize it this fast. We should have prepared for this.
Lau, the medics have arrived. They're extracting the survivors.
Meet me at the Haven settlement. I'll send you the coordinates. We have a lot to talk about.
All clear.
This guard duty crap is giving.
The survivors have been extracted. City Hall is clear. Let's regroup in the park and go to Haven.
So the whole place is contaminated.
We got incoming. I need you up here.
Nice to see you in one piece. Agent Lau sent us Haven's coordinates. Let's go.
So we now have this huge area. Decontamination zone, Lower Manhattan.
It's strange being here, where it all started. I guess you build up a picture in your mind. You assume it had to be a perfect storm for everything to go so wrong. But the more you look at it, the more you realize this could have happened anywhere. Amherst just chose New York. Careful, Agent. Looks like there's trouble up ahead. Get to cover. Aim for their fuel tank. That should slow them down. We've got to keep moving. I heard some pretty messed up things about the cleaners back in DC. They seem to think the only way to save this city is to burn everything that could be contaminated. It's hard to believe they were regular people before the outbreak.
Get to Haven as soon as you can. Just don't expect a warm welcome. The guy in charge, Paul Rhodes, isn't happy to see me.
So basically they do like training wheels for new players, essentially. So those tutorials are turned back on and stuff like that.
Get back!
We're here to speak with Rhodes.
You're not welcome here. We've taken in enough agents. It never ends well for us. Get back!
Let him in. Rhodes wants to hear what they have to say.
Fine.
Welcome to Haven. This settlement was founded a few months back by some ex-JTF and civilian volunteers. They're calling themselves the Peacekeepers. It's the safest place in Lower Manhattan. They've got security, food, supplies, you name it. The fact that they're still going and haven't been run over by the Rikers or the Cleaners is pretty impressive.
This way, Agent.
But they're not very fond of the division, which is why we need to convince them to help us while we go after Keener. Come see me in Rhodes' office. He's not my biggest fan. Too much history there. Hopefully we can convince him to let us stay.
Fuck that! The division had its chance.
We need somewhere to recruit.
Wow,
Find
she's so
somewhere
cool.
else.
How do you know Haven isn't Keener's next target?
Are you kidding me? You'll make us a target.
We can keep you safe.
Of course you can. Just like Hell's Kitchen. I'm not gonna fall for that shit again.
We're fighting the same fight here.
You know what? Our situation's a fuck-ton better than it ever was back in Midtown. These people feel safe.
Doesn't mean they are.
You're right. The situation feels better for you now. But feeling safe doesn't mean you are safe.
It's getting pretty rough out there, Paul. But it's your decision.
Do what you need to take care of Keener. And then I want you out. All of you.
So agents are not the savior this time around.
Keener is our main target, but right now, his whereabouts are unknown.
That bastard's hiding somewhere in the city, planning his next move.
Based on the footage you found in City Hall, we've managed to get leads on the other 4 rogue agents.
Theo Parnell, tech specialist and conspiracy theorist.
His whereabouts are unknown, but we think he is linked to the surveillance drones we've been tracking around the city. One was recently shot down in Civic Center. We need you to recover the drone. You might be able to find him from the metadata.
Vivian Conley, explosives expert and a high-ranking leader for the Cleaners.
We've been getting reports of increasingly aggressive Cleaner attacks in 2 bridges. Check in with the local peacekeepers. They've been tracking their movements.
James Dragov, heavy weapons expert, and the acting leader of the Rikers here in Lower Manhattan.
He's holed up in a fortified compound in Wall Street. We've had some agents looking for a chink in his armor for some time now. Check in with the local safe house for more info.
Javier Kajika, tactical operations expert.
He's a ghost, but he leaves a remarkable signature. We've had reports of a number of patrols being ambushed in Battery Park. We're pretty sure it's Kajika. Best bet would be to follow his trail and see where it leads. There's no time to waste. Going after any of these targets will bring us closer to Keener.
In the meantime, we'll do what we can from Haven to support you. Good luck, Agent.
Okay, so we also have Fog of War now. We won't be able to see the map until we physically explore it. So we have to get around now and deal with these points. We can't even path to the point until we unlock...
We have reports of Kajika
oh, there we go.
operating in the Battery Park district, staging
that didn't work for me the first time I tried this.
Peacekeeper patrols.
Should be the best place to start looking for him. Be careful, though. This guy does not mess around.
Okay, but we need to talk to a bunch of people first in here. Get a bit more story going on.
What the fuck does Rhodes think is going on here? This is a goddamned war. Keener's targeting us. The moment we start to make real progress, here we are again, fucking around and arguing with each other. I've had enough. This fuckstick needs to die. And I don't care who we have to go through or who we have to work with to do it. Sorry. It's not your fault. This peace was hard won, and now we've lost it. We're going to get him. We have to.
All right, I have to talk to Rhodes, new equipment in public space, and I have to talk to Benitez.
Unbelievable. We're right back in the same goddamn mess we were in when Amherst unleashed green poison. I set up Haven without the Division and all the blood and violence you bring with you. And Faye, she's been flag waving from behind the authority of a Division badge for way too long. Don't make me regret letting you into my home. I won't forgive it.
It's a bunch of people who lost all hope.
All that different from running the weapons check out of the station. Don't worry about Rhodes. He'll warm up to you. At least I hope he will. He's a good guy. Principled. We need more like him. But we need more like you, too. I mean, principles are great, but not gonna put food on the table or protect you from a pack of Rikers. What I need is a cup of Kerman's. This freeze-dried crap is killing me. I guess beggars can't be choosers.
If you need anything, come by us.
Haven Public Exchange. They just use whiteboards with like marker written on them, which is pretty clever actually. Got it, got it, got it. So now when you go to safe houses, you'll access the cache. There's a yellow cache crate like this, and you actually get a couple pieces of gear when you show up. Kind of like a reward for getting there, I guess. Like, that's what it feels like. People are already max level. We've got the clans. I think the clans are down in these areas. Kelso.
Man,
she's the one I flew in on the helicopter with.
Off to a pretty rough start. They have a lot of history, I guess. I feel for Rhodes. I know what it's like to want to hunker down and try to ride out the storm. Can't do it, though. That's not the way the world works. We've been dealt a shitty hand, but we still have cards to play. We owe everyone here our best effort. We'll find Keener and bring him to justice. We're the Division. We don't quit.
So yeah, we have the barbershop down here as well, and then we have the clan. I think the clan headquarters is over here, yeah. So that's offline right now. I'm not part of a clan anyway, so I don't know what to expect inside there, but it's actually a pretty big area. It's equivalent to the main base in the first division, in the original Division 2. Yeah, so they have a helipad to get back, but right now I don't think you're allowed to return. So there's not a lot of action in this one. We're already coming up to 30 minutes. I can go out into the town, into the city, but it's best to start in another video for that because the mission is going to take quite a while to do. I have another character that led into this before I move this guy in. But as you move around, more and more of the fog of war will open up. They do have some buildings you can explore as well. Doesn't seem to be as many as
the Battery Park district was
the original
devastated
division.
by flooding after a hurricane. It's more like a swamp than anything else now. There used to be a lot of concentrated wealth down here. Most of the locals used their resources and connections to get out before the city was locked down. Most people didn't have that option.
So yeah, super detailed. Now instead of because the original division, it was in the middle of winter, like holiday season. So now it's basically the summer. So all the snow is melted, and now you kind of get an idea of what New York looks like without all the snow, right? Even though I kind of liked the snow, it made everything feel a lot more apocalyptic almost.
Electronic device detected.
I can't do this shit anymore.
It's probably just a power outage.
The network going down and you getting orders to go to DC, which you ignored by the way, is not just a power outage.
We all got the call. It was probably just a glitch in the system. I'm needed here.
You're not needed anywhere.
Paul.
You know I don't trust the Division. I can't. Between Keener and First Wave assholes, the network, fucking Isaac, constant reminders that Directive 51 was a terrible idea gone too far.
So what do you want to do, Rhodes?
I want you to stop justifying the bullshit, Lau, and take some goddamn responsibility.
So basically everything is an upgrade now for me. And the gear drops I'm getting now are better than the first character I ran through here. I'm getting a ton better gear. Okay, that can go away now. So basically everything I have equipped on me now is level 30. So basically everything I'm getting now as I travel through Warlords of New York is an upgrade, essentially. So my stats tend to vary a little bit. I want to stay higher on the weapon damage side because that's basically the way I run my character. But it all depends on what the gear I'm getting, because sometimes, like on my lead character, I was getting a lot of gear that I couldn't really use, but it was a higher item level and it gave me other stats that I could use if I changed my playstyle slightly. So I just modified my playstyle to adjust to the gear I had. But this guy, who's the one I typically record with, I'm going to focus on weapon damage, which is what I always do. Which is what I've always focused on, because it just makes doing missions a lot easier. But we're coming up to 30 minutes, so I'm going to call it there, and I'll keep exploring the city. But in the next video, I'll do the first mission where I believe I have to go after Kajika, who's one of the warlords. And he's just right over here. So I have to explore this area, and then I think we have to... We don't find him here, I don't think, but we get clues to where he is. And then we're going to have to, like, move around a bit, trying to pinpoint his exact location. And I have a feeling that's going to be the way for each of the warlords. But the area is pretty big, like insanely large. I spent a good 4 hours live streaming just covering Battery Park right here. It took me 4 hours to explore that. So gives you quite an idea, because I was like going into buildings and searching for crates and all that stuff as well. So it takes you a bit longer to get around, because it is a fairly large area. A lot larger than I thought it would be. But with that, we are done. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for hanging in there to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button so you know when I post the next video. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.